Beautiful. All right. Welcome, everyone, to episode 85 of the Maritime Milsim podcast. I'm going to be your host, Hooligan. With me, I have the Command Bros.
Command Bros.
What do you do?
What do you do?
I've got Bane from...
What's up?
I don't know, Bane, you do a lot of stuff, so I'm just going to say you're Bane. And
I'm Bane.
Commander Bane.
Commander Bane. We're going to have to talk about that in a minute. And then I got Rob, the guy I just met online like 3 minutes ago. But the Command Bros assure me he is a solid dude.
He's Command Bro approved.
Command Bro approved. Firefly.
What's going on, fellas?
M80.
Okay, so first I want to touch on Bane. What's with the Commander Bane? What is that?
Well, I had a team back in Iowa, and when I got back into paintball, and that was just kind of what I put up back then, was Commander Bane, because I was in charge of my team.
Okay. So you're just bringing it back. You're bringing back the old days.
Not really. I don't even know how that came back up.
Okay. All right, that didn't go anywhere. Beautiful. Rob, why don't you fill us in on what you do?
Well, I'm the captain of a scenario team. Project M80 is the name of our team. We're about 35 members strong. Man, I do all kinds of stuff. I usually try and stick to the big scenario games. A lot of them up in Skirmish, New Jersey, New York, West Point. We've been up there a couple of times. We've been over to on-target paintball. We just kind of run around. We just, just trying to keep abreast of the whole scene.
Okay. So you're there doing your thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Project M80's been around for, I guess we're getting close to our 11th birthday now. So
Wow, that's intense. Most teams don't make it past 11 days.
Plus, he's in charge of the 5th Ranger Battalion at Ion.
Oh, I got only the best on that squad right there.
Right.
So the Command Bros aren't on it?
Oh, they are. Brick Top's one of my XOs, actually.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry, picking the lint off my microphone. That's awesome. That's actually pretty sick that you've got a team that big, that size. It's made it that long.
Well, the 5th Ranger Battalion, I'll be going into my 3rd year here. We're about 60, 65 players strong. I'm sure you've heard of Invasion of Normandy or Ion. Big game.
Wait, is that what Ion stands for? The Invasion of Normandy?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I learned something today.
That's how
Yeah, we did the same thing,
We did
man.
the same
We're like,
thing.
Yo, Ion, Invasion of Normandy.
Wow.
Ion for so long, I never even stopped, put the two together.
Right.
I never even call it skirmish. I always say Ion. Yeah.
You don't even have to be going to Ion. It's still Ion.
Right.
I thought they were two different games.
So did I.
Same one.
See, you guys need to be at Ion.
Right.
So,
Both of y'all need to go
both
to
of you.
Ion.
That's the game to go to
How can both of y'all not be at the biggest paintball game in the world?
in the world.
In the
Fifth
world,
Rangers are
Frank.
hiring. 5th Rangers are hiring.
Because it costs substantial amounts of money for me to leave the country.
This is understandable.
That's very
But I'm saying, if
understandable.
you can put that in your bucket list, I would definitely suggest you check out Ion at skirmish.
Right.
Well,
It's on my bucket list.
it's on the list. We'll see how I get it done.
See? Matthew's going to be at Stalingrad.
Right. Matthew R.M. Cassidy. Gonna be at
Stalingrad
Stalingrad.
at Skirmish in March. Who's coming?
See,
Right.
Skirmish USA got the big 3. They got, it starts
Stalingrad.
off with Stalingrad. Then from Stalingrad, it goes to Ion. Whoever beats Ion, then the last one is either Battle for Berlin or Battle for Britain. Last year, it was Battle for Britain because Allied lost. This year, what did the Allies do?
We won.
We won this year.
What did we do? We won.
We won, and now it's Battle for Berlin.
Yeah, it's basically all of World War II, those 3 games.
Right.
Okay. I'd like to point out just now that For anyone who's wondering what that ticking noise is
Get a
Bane was
thumbs-
kind enough to join us while driving.
I am. And
he
I am
must be
turning.
You're making a right
He's making
turn.
a turn.
It's a bomb.
It's a
That's
bomb.
not that.
Whoa. It's a little too early for that.
Podcast will self-destruct.
You'll get this podcast shut down.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah. The way things are going. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me.
Operating with Canada. Crisis in Canada.
Right. So, so we've been gone for, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, at least 3 weeks, because I moved. It's hard to tell because the closet doors behind me are the same as where I used to live. So, it just looks like I moved things around. I'll have some more decoration going up around me. We'll make it a little more badass.
Right.
Hopefully by next week. Hopefully I can get that
Are you
done.
going to have like a live feed like the Command Bros, or we're going to be looking at a new picture?
I am going to spend the money so that you can see my face.
You can see his face on Facebook. We just
okay.
can't see it on
Alright.
Skype.
The magic of technology.
Right.
I got you.
Right. But I'll set it up. I'll set it up so that you can see me, so you can feel better.
He got his Coolie High hat on.
Hey, don't be dissing this hat. Look, it's a cat.
No, Coolie High is not a diss, brother.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
We know.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Right.
So, look, what we're going to do, what you got for me, Rob? Tell me something about the project M80s to make these people understand exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
My other
Let's see what
arms.
you guys got going on.
Well, I'll tell you what. We ain't a bunch of super athletes or nothing like that, man. We're just a group of longtime ballers. Maybe 10 years ago, we were all crazy and running around and all nuts, man. But now we're just such a large force that we just walk in there and we do what we want. I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, it's the camaraderie really that keeps us going back and forth. All these games keeps us all together.
Okay. Like, do you guys how often do you come together and play in a scenario game? As far as the M80, you said you're about 35 deep. So, like, how often do you get to play with the majority of the players of Project M80?
Well, I'd say anytime we sign up for a game, we're at least 15 in every time. Sometimes, usually around 20. The next game we're going to, which is the Battle for Berlin, you guys spoke about a moment ago. We're going to be hitting that one at 24. The whole concept behind my team is that it's a no obligation team. It's designed for guys that aren't kids. It's for my age. I'm 39. I'll be 40 next year.
Okay.
We all got families. We all got bills to pay. We all got time constrictions. So much time we can get off work and everything like that. So I made it a no obligation team. It's basically I set it up like, hey, we're going to this game on this date, and anybody who wants to come, sign up. Like I said, usually we get about 15 to 20 guys that'll hit the field. We do 8 games a year, usually 2 road trips. This year, well, we're out of right outside of Philadelphia in the Coatesville area. This year we were in Maryland, we were in New York, we were in New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Obviously, we made it out to Illinois with these guys over here for the Living Legends game.
Living Legends.
Right. So you're like a big game hunter, like the Command Bros. That's what's up.
Amen.
So, like, when's the next game that is coming up for you guys?
Our last game of this particular season or this year will be the Battle for Berlin. That's October 22nd up at Skirmish.
Right, okay. That's what's up.
Right on.
All right.
That is, you guys are active, man. I know a lot of teams that don't even make it to half that much games.
We do
Yeah.
like probably 6 to 8 large scale scenario games every year.
Nice. It's good balance. It's good amount.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's the little skirmish games where, like, somebody will just post on the page, "Hey, I'm going to this game this weekend. Who's coming?"
Right. Yeah. You got your walk-ons or your weekend scenario, like your
Weekend warriors.
small scenario kind of thing.
So basically, in a nutshell, you're like a scenario rec ball crew of fellas that like to have fun on like the same type of paintball level. The BM80, do I have to live in Philadelphia? Can I live somewhere else?
Oh no way, man! We have members in Maryland. We have one of our members is in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
One of our members is actually in Florida. He just moved to Florida. Tom Loy. Yeah. Nah, it's just a matter of like when you can get together and play with us. Get together and play with us. It's really I don't hold anybody to any kind of schedule. You know, I'm like these are the games we're going to hit. You know, if you can make it, make it. If you can't, you can't. You know.
Now, how would I find you guys? If I wanted to find out, look up the M80s, like where would I look at? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have a website or?
We don't have a website yet. A buddy of mine, one of our teammates, is talking about maybe developing one. But right now, just the best way to get a hold of us is Facebook, probably.
Okay, all right, that's what's.
Don't bother with the website. Facebook's the way to do it.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, that's what
and you can tag people, so that makes things a little easier.
Yeah. Right on. Man, your team sounds pretty awesome. Sounds actually pretty badass. And
They are awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome.
I'm
Let me tell you.
digging the whole like no obligation, just make it to the ones you can. That is awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, sometimes people get serious about their teams.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what ruins a lot of teams. Is that like people are taking this too serious?
Yeah.
We're here to have fun, play paintball, get drunk.
Amen. I didn't know if I could say that.
Right.
I tell you one thing about the M80s I like is they're fun as hell. Bro. On and off the field, we have a ball with the M80s. I mean, just that ion alone.
Right.
I mean, it's an experience. So
So if you're ever at Ion, find the Command Bros and find the M80s, and you'll have an excellent nightlife.
Yeah.
The way it is,
You gotta be able to talk shit. You can't get any feelings.
You go to Ion and you find one of us, you'll find the other one of us.
Yeah, you'll find us all.
Yeah, Command Bro, we since day one.
From all walks of life, all occupations, you know what I mean? What unites us all is that we're all men.
All right, somebody's eating their phone.
I think
Right.
Baines fell down the steps.
Bane fell down the stairs while on the podcast.
Keep your hands
No,
up.
I put my headset on and it fell off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You still in the car?
No, I just got home.
All right. Well, we're trying to wait till you get to the house, you settle in and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait for you. Don't worry about it. It's not like it's live or anything.
You're the star of the show today, man.
Right. It's not like I have 5 people watching right now. And 4 of them are on the call.
I got 6 on mine. So that 6th person must be my mom. She's an average. She's always watching.
Your mom is a dedicated lady.
Dedicated to this show.
That's
You know what I
awesome.
mean?
That's awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, M80 sounds awesome, man. That's wicked. Guys, got to check them out. If you're listening to the show right now, and you need to add one more like on Facebook somewhere, and go check them out. They're definitely worth it. They deserve it.
Yes, they do. Command Bro
It's like to
Crew.
have fun, man.
Yeah, right. It's all about having fun.
That's really what it's about, isn't it? I mean, people get so competitive, and I think they lose sight of what paintball is all about. It's going out there and being with your friends and having a good time, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's especially in the Milsim world, right? It's the whole sport of Milsim, paintball, woods ball kind of thing. The big scenarios and stuff. It's
What's
paintball.
up, Ken? I'm Skull.
It's not war. It's not anything like that,
Nah, it's a community. It really is.
right? So relax, have some fun, play some paintball, throw some paint.
And drink some beer.
Damn it, you got to it before I did.
Drink
A lot
some
of
beer.
beer.
A lot of beer, a lot of alcohol.
Right?
Not too much so you can't wake up for the next game, though.
Right.
No.
But
Yeah.
enjoy
Just
yourself.
grab me. I keep telling you guys, you grab me by my ankle and you just pull me out of my tent, pull me out of the tent, and just point me in a direction.
You gotta drink enough beer that you're not passed out and you miss the game, but you've got to be hungover enough that the other players are impressed you're playing.
Right.
You gotta find that fine line, right? You gotta be like, I'm hungover and I'm here. That should be intimidating. While
Like, I
shoot
can't
behind the
believe that
bunker.
guy's playing today. He was drunk as shit last night. I respect him.
Exactly. Gain people's respect by drinking.
And meanwhile, that guy's crawling on all fours trying to shoot.
Right. Low crawl, baby. Low crawl.
I'm using the weeds for cover, man. Just leave me alone.
Somebody say we? Oh.
That dude.
Hey.
Okay, hold on. Nightmare's razzing me through text messaging.
What's he saying?
He says, would you fucking smile? You know what, I would. Nightmare, why don't you
Why don't you get on?
Yeah, why don't you get on next week? Nightmare, you're going to be on next week's show, bud.
Surprise guest. Call him.
Sound?
Nightmare.
Next week's show. There. Okay, piss off with the texting. You're distracting me.
So what's up with you, Commander Bay?
Yeah, what are you doing, Bane? What do you got working on?
I got a game coming up here in November. Viper Scenario. The Paint the Thrones or Paint of Thrones.
Sorry, anyone else notice that he sounds like he was on a 1940s radio?
Go play on word.
Right. The Long Ranger, as him and his trusty sidekick.
Breaker one night. Breaker.
That was good. Oh, damn, that was good.
Well then.
Sorry. I'm going to cough into the microphone. Oh.
But it's the Viper Annual Twilight Zone Paint the Thrones event going on at TXR down here in Texas, November 12th through the 13th. I have that game coming up here. Pretty excited about. And then we're hoping to be able to go out to the grand finale, which is held in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Got those two events and probably a couple MagFed events down here. Texas MagFed.
So that's like what, 5-6 events?
They host one every month. Oh.
Wow. We only got like 4 months left in the year, man. Like some of these, what are these winter events? You doubling up on them, or?
Oh, I play the whole year, man. Down here in Texas, it's actually better to play during the winter because it's cooler.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right now, it's about 100 degrees outside.
See, where I live in the winter, there's like 100 inches of snow. So
When he lives in the winter, the wee little people come running around.
Yeah.
I live in Pennsylvania. It's always awful. It's either freezing or humid or just.
Yeah, it's always some terrible part about the weather.
Yeah, in the Maritimes, it's too
winter.
hot in the summer and it's too cold in the winter.
Winter is coming.
Oh man.
That was terrible.
That was pretty bad.
That joke was bad and you should feel bad.
We really don't play in the winter all like that. I mean, I would like to play in the winter maybe one day a game, you know what I mean, and get the camp and all.
Right.
But I really don't see myself doing that because if I did play in the wintertime, I want some like Siberian terrain type, you know, and we have ice storms.
When I played in Iowa, we played in blizzards. Come on. Hooligan knows what it's
I would play in a blizzard.
Right.
I would play in the blizzard.
I played in blizzard.
That's an experience. Like, yeah, but we have ice storms. It just be ice-covered trees and ground out here.
Wait, but think of the power slides.
We did that one time. That was a horrible idea.
You could slide into you could slide into the bunker, past the bunker, and on to the next
back
one.
to your car, and then you're back in the parking lot. You can just
out of bounds into that frozen creek on the side.
Remember last year at Stalingrad, we played in like 2.5 feet of snow.
Right?
Now, see, that's cool though. That's decent. I would play in 2.5 feet of snow. That'd be hard.
It was cool for like the first maybe 2-3 hours, and then the snow melting on your ankles got in your boots, and you were just cold for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours is all I need.
There's a field up here. There's a field up here about an hour's drive from where I live that they host a winter game every year. It's Siege of Warsaw. And the best part is it's outside and you're having a ton of fun. You're playing in the snow and you're getting covered in snow. And then you come inside and they have a washer, a dryer set up. So like your socks, like everybody ripped off their socks, threw them into the dryer, and got them dried and warmed before we put them back on and went back out for the second game.
That's awesome.
Right?
How did everybody know whose socks they were?
Yeah, right. Do you have to write your name on your socks?
No, I just don't think anybody really cared. I think it was just like, whatever. Into the dryer goes. They had like a full kitchen set up, so there was no...
That must be a Canadian thing.
I know, right? Nobody's wearing my socks.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't gonna hurt me none.
My feet stink bad enough. I don't need somebody else's stench on them.
Right.
So everybody's got games happening. Everybody. So
Right. We got a game when October the 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed and Sherwood Forest.
I'm excited about that game.
Nice.
simply
Very
because
excited.
We don't know the maps, so it's going to be like a brand new experience to us.
I've got a game coming up this weekend. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. It's going to be at a place called, well, it's the field that's running it is Crossfire Adventure Paintball. And it's just this badass field. They're renting out a decommissioned Air Force base.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
So there's ammo bunkers or ammo. Somebody, damn it. Scott told me the technical term for it. Anyways, it's a place where you like stash the bombs, and then there's a building in the middle of the whole field that is, I don't know. I assume it was like an office building or a mess or something. I don't know. And we've got full range of the inside of the building, so you've got like this huge outdoor experience, and then with like the bunkers, and you're going up the bunkers, and you're coming back down. I mean, you're shooting down at people, and they're down in the gullies, and then you got like close quarters CQB when you go inside the building with there's limited light, so it's kind of dark and it's sketched out, and I can't wait, It's gonna
Right,
be
sure.
so badass.
you just passed the game. We all the members were just filling out the.
And yeah, so hell of a time, can't wait.
Right. And we just had the Command Bros and Whiskey Squad go out to EMR for that Kilo 6-9.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Mad Fat event out there.
Yeah, that, from my understanding, that was off the hook.
Yeah, that's probably like one of the best Mad Fag events that went on this year.
That one is Snake Eater.
I've heard good things about Snake Eater.
I heard good things too. Unfortunately, my Mario game fell on the same date.
Priorities, man, priorities.
I know,
So
right?
that's up in EMR.
I'm
Yeah. Go ahead, Bang.
Would you say, Rob?
You said that was up at EMR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to that field yet. I think we're going to be hitting that next year.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Blue actually, he invited us up there for a couple of games. Blue Hats.
cool.
Right. We interviewed Blue down at Living Legends.
Right, Living Legends and whatnot. And actually, when all the commanders couldn't make it to the last game that they had there. But Odin was there, and he said it was spectacular. He had the best time he ever had. You know, he said everybody was tactful. There was a lot of paint being slung, and he highly recommends the field. So,
And you can use first strike rounds.
yeah, that was a big plus for him. They were able to use first round.
I used to be on the fence with the first strike rounds, and then I got to play with a SAR 12, and now I'm just like, first strike rounds.
It makes a difference, you know.
So
It makes your game more rewarding at the end, especially like when you shoot that round and it goes straight where you want it to go instead of like
yeah,
to the right, left. You know,
absolutely.
Swap
Speaking
it
of first strikes, that is the perfect segue into something I want to talk about because I haven't got my hands on it yet. Keyword there yet. I will somehow. Is the latest accessory from Karmatech? They announced that the supremacy. I can't speak.
Supremacy?
Thank you. Glad you could help me out. Anyways,
That word.
yeah, words are hard, and so they've created this scope that is specifically for paintball, and it's kind of cool. I don't know if it looks pretty badass. It actually looks like an old school sniper scope from like the Second World War or something.
Or look like a Russian four-time scope on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Now, where'd you get that from?
I may or may not have taken it from their video.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice little scope there.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And I was looking at it, and I didn't grab the other images because I was pressed for time. And they've got some neat options. They got a rangefinder built into it, so it's got these little circles that you put the circle over the player's head, and whichever circle fits the best, that's the range that they're at. So you can tell how far away the player is and how to angle your shot or adjust your scope to shoot.
Now, this will only be a factor if you're using first strike round, of course.
Yeah, if you're using round ball, it's going to be a total waste of money.
It's
like every other scope.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
Yeah.
So I'm not actually familiar with the scopes. What you're saying is the circles actually account for ball drop, for velocity drop?
They'll tell you your range. That's
Nice.
what they'll do. So it's actually it's not a new concept. The Russians did it. They had a curve bit on one of their scopes that the average man was like, 6 feet tall or something like that. So you put them in a little arc and it came up to a line. That was your give or take of how far away they were. And it's pretty ingenious, right? You don't need any special tools or anything to tell the range.
Right.
And it's
So-
the scope is designed that depending on what velocity you're shooting at. So if you're shooting at 280 or lower, you use the left side of the scope. And if you're shooting closer to 300, you use the right side of the scope. And it's got the different numbers on it. So they've thought it through. They've thought a lot of stuff through on the scope.
So do you have one of these yet?
No, I've just read all the documentation that they offered online.
Oh,
That's awesome.
And I know it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, right? And
Yeah, it
I might
does.
get hands on that and make a review.
I want to get my hands
Yeah.
on it. I don't know. I don't know if I will anytime soon. However,
Now, what would be the price?
Yeah, what's
The
the
price
retail?
range.
that's what I'm. 2 seconds. I'm totally not pulling up my phone to look at it. So this is where I run into a problem. It's $321 American.
What? So that's like what?
That's a Tipman.
500 Canadian?
That's a Tipman marker,
Too much.
That's a TCR right there.
right?
Yeah,
So
it's too much for paintball.
and that's my thing is $321 US to Canadian is a lot. Like it's $423 Canadian.
That was close.
I could
Ouch.
buy a whole TGR2 from MaxTac for $423. I understand that it's American made, American company. You've got to pay when you buy anything made in the U.S. It's always going to cost more. Karmatech does an amazing job with engineering. So
It makes shit in the U.S.
Yeah, we still make stuff.
Right.
exactly. Unfortunately, it costs
All
$321.
our shit says China on it, but I guess in Canada, all this shit says USA on it.
Swap the stickers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's all we do. We have people paid as soon as it crosses the border. We just peel off the sticker and.
Put it made in America.
Yeah, I see that. Dog. I see dog.
But
But,
it's well engineered. It's got a lot of neat ideas and some neat technology put into it, and some thought
But
put
it's
into
too
it.
expensive for
But you
paintball.
also have to understand that this is a real scope. This isn't like made paintball. This is made
Yeah.
for a real gun.
This is a legitimate
Yes.
scope that is designed
Tactical.
for paintball, with paintball in mind.
Yeah, 3 times.
But
So, you have the ability and you can actually use it for a real gun. But for paintball, that's kind of
right for paintball, I would just go out and buy a cheap crossbow scope.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Thank you for that idea.
right. So it's
You got
hella
your
cool.
elitists out there that are just going to want it just because.
All right.
Absolutely. I mean,
Take the picture. Hula. Take the picture down and put the picture of us back up.
He wants to see himself again.
You'd be like, damn, I'm so pretty.
Damn, I'm pretty.
so pretty cool scope. I mean, if you're gonna spend $1,200 on the marker, what's another $300+ on the scope to go with
Rent.
said marker?
It's called rent.
At least
That's what
that's
it is.
Rent.
That's called a sidearm.
my car payment.
Right. Gas
Right,
and electric.
yeah.
You can have that scope, but you won't have gas or electric.
So you're going to eat for at least 3 weeks.
Whatever,
Honey,
man.
we need to downsize our house.
Mr. Noodles
Yeah, right.
goes on sale all the time, and craft dinner's cheap. Right? What more do you need?
You're going to live in a closet for the rest of your life, but, keep it
but
up.
still-
But it is a nice go.
It is a hell of a nice scope, and they got some really cool ideas built into it. And I'd like to see it go down. Maybe next year, or the year after, if it goes down in price. I want a Star 12 myself. I'm not willing to spend the money yet.
But
Somebody
You
wants
have-
to donate one. That'd
you
be
do
I've
have
been looking at one.
You do have people in the United States that hunt and paintball. So that might not be a large price for them because we have a bro bullet tube. Bullet tube buys all types of guns and equipment, and $300 will be nothing for him. So it depends. You know what I mean? So if you're a hunter, you know what I'm saying, it's a nice scope to have, and if you paintball at the same time, this is like the advantageous thing to do it.
Yeah, if you could adapt that to real steel and take that to the range, if you could use it for both,
right, gotta be decent.
Then it's worth the price.
Right, it's definitely worth the price. I don't know what kind of firearm you'd use, but
some type of rifle.
It'd have to be a small ass rifle
with a large bullet drop.
Yeah.
I don't know. 22
Maybe
with
you
half
put
the
it on
grains.
like a hand cannon.
Well, the Russians had something in
On
mind.
a slingshot.
There.
Yeah,
That's
there you
what
go.
it is. It's for a slingshot.
In case you want a $500 slingshot.
Hey, that made me think of something. You said crossbow, but does the paintball bow and arrow, do they shoot first strike rounds?
No, but I'm sure you could make it shoot first strike rounds.
Good question. That'd probably be pretty
Yeah, I'm sure you can make it.
You have to do the feed different.
Wouldn't be that hard. You would just need like a longer,
The
like your
feed
feed
would
tube
have to be different because
oval
it's
shape,
like round.
right?
Right, exactly. Feed would have to be different. You have to change up the chamber where it takes the breach.
Wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be too difficult.
To drop into the breach.
Right. Drop in the right breach and then get some tubes that are like, oval shaped. That
Somebody's 3D printing that right now.
right
Yeah,
now.
somebody's just hit print on their printer right now after listening
As
to
we
this.
speak.
Yeah, absolutely. So ultimately, badass scope, not that badass of a price though. Kind of.
So what would you recommend for if you wanted a 4x scope, like you said? You said the crossbows, you can get a 4x scope, crossbow scope for about what, like $20, $40?
Well,
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I grew up around like actual hunters and whatnot. So any of the firearms or accessories I ever got my hands on were very expensive, legitimate ones that.
Right.
You know.
And I feel you. I do too. But other than the paintball things that our sponsors give us, but like if you wanted to a decent scope, what would you look for that?
Honestly, I would head to.
Let's do it like this. How was it like this? How much would I have to pay at the bottom end of a decent scope?
I
100
found
bucks?
a good one for, it was about $40. I'm pulling it up right now. I found it on Amazon. It has a zoom, a side kick zoom that you can buy separately. Let me pull up the name real quick. But I used it for a couple months. It's just I never used a scope, so I took it off and mounted a camera.
There you go. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
Cabela's
UT.
has a 4x32 crossbow scope for $80.
Yeah, this one's called the UTG 4.2 red to green CQB dot scope.
There you go. So there are plenty of options out there already. So I don't feel like you need to spend the money on the Karma Tech, but I don't know. It's sort of like buying a sports car and then putting shitty tires on it. You know, you have the money to buy a sports car, you might as well put some good tires on it.
Right.
Or sound. You know what? I like sound system better. Sound system makes more sense.
Right. You know what I mean? You're like real expensive and get some shitty speakers.
Yeah, exactly. So it's if you got the money, spend it. I'm not going to knock it. Like if somebody's got one, I'm not going to be like, what an idiot for buying that. I'm probably going to actually be jealous that they bought it.
Right.
So
That's $300 scope on his Chronos. Like,
right, $300 scope on a rental marker.
Yeah, on a 98.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
98.
Yeah.
Alpha Black.
yeah, on an Alpha Black Room. Which are great guns.
Very good gun. Technically, excellent gun.
You want to start off, get an Alpha Black Worm.
Right.
What was the other
Project Salvo.
one? Oh, yeah,
Right.
there it is.
We got a new video we get ready to drop called
Going on a budget! For everybody who wants to paintball. Who's poor.
Right.
And he just broke everybody's speakers.
Right.
See, Because I want to be loud. I want them to hear.
No, just
it.
the ones
This
who
is
spent the money on the
four-man
good
sky
amp and the shitty speakers.
paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure you just killed my cat.
Well, shit. All right. That escalated.
You know, yeah. You know, we're trying to put out videos to get people to at least start paintball, and the main thing they say is it's like it's so expensive. But you know, when you first look into paintball, you look at the hottest guns, and then you see the
Yeah.
price tag, like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, so we made a video letting them know that there's other guns out there that
Right.
are like,
Yeah, you go to the website of Badlands is the big website here, or you go to Badlands website. What is the first thing you're hit with? The latest dye marker.
yeah,
Or like the
yeah,
latest
exactly.
Empire marker, and it's like, check out this sweet marker. It's $1,200. Buy it, and it's like, but if you delve
Yeah, I
in
don't
deeper,
get that.
you find
It's-
those obscure brands like Tippmann.
Right.
And,
Right. But there's nothing wrong with it. You got to start somewhere. But a lot of people when they get into paintball, they get so excited and they want everything at once. And then, when they start looking at the markers and the mask, and then they're like, yeah, and then they never get to go. So we're trying to make videos so you can be the person you want to be. You know what I'm saying, and actually save up, and it doesn't take you 3 years to get a marker. It should take you.
What's the process, really? I mean, you can't just run out there and unless you got tons of money, you can't just run out there and buy everything you want.
Right.
And with that, $180 for a mat, it's kind of, it's crazy. You just got to
Yeah,
take
it is.
and work your way
Yeah.
into where you want to be.
Exactly.
And that comes with experience, because how do you really even know what you want to be or where you want to be unless you're playing and
Exactly.
getting that experience?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
save your money, people. Save your money and play the game.
Save your money and ask questions. Go
Yeah.
find somebody who's been playing and ask them and be like, "What's a good marker that I should get?" And
What's an affordable market?
Yeah.
right, go an affordable one. I mean, and don't dive right into the used gear, because I don't know. I feel like half the time you're gonna get a piece of kit that there's a reason it's being sold. It's been used. If you're new to the sport, get a new marker.
Well, you know what? I don't know, because the way, well, at least the speedballers that we know, they change markers like dinner plates. You know what I mean? As soon as the new marker's out, they want that one, so they're going to sell the old one. So it not necessarily means that, saying the marker's bad or anything. This is just speedball. Now, I know that the guys that are milsim or have, markers like that, they tend to hold on to their markers for a while.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and they're land falling on them and throwing them in the dirt and the mud. And,
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's the
So
problem.
it's hard. I guess it's hard to say, but don't be afraid of buying used.
Right, exactly.
Go look
Especially
for
if it's a used Tippmann. Thank you, man.
Yes. I love my TCR.
yeah, go with that was mine. A 98 Custom was my first marker,
98.
Same here.
and it did me well. And then I got an A5, and it did well. And then I moved on into the MagFed scene, and now I'm running the TGR2 from MaxTac, which
Exactly.
is awesome. Now, speaking of Tippmann has this is, I don't know if this was the first guy to break it, but if you look there, if you're listening to this after we've done this live, then you can't see, but Tippmann is working on a prototype MagFed marker, I guess. I found a picture from Trails of Doom on his Instagram. There's not a whole lot of details to go with it. But it looks like Tippmann's working on a full-size M4 carbine MagFed marker.
Now, if you look at the M4 carbine on Google, all that you will find is pictures of airsoft, because they already have an M4 carbine that is an airsoft marker.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm
So-
looking at the Command Bros in their video, and they're studying that picture.
Yeah.
So, for anyone listening to this, go look for it. Just go look up Tippmann MagFed paintball or something like that. But don't look at M4 carbine, because Tippmann has the M4 carbine in the airsoft world. Like Bane said, it's
You know what? Looking at this picture now, this is the Tippmann gun that you have up. Like this is their gun that they're trying to
that is
showcase.
supposedly the Tippmann gun that is.
Supposedly, yeah.
Prototype. Well, if this is it, it looks like a Project Salvo body kit.
It does, and that's what I wanted when I first got into paintball. Was I wanted a salvo that was mag-fed.
Right.
Because
Right.
I love the salvo's weight.
And the salvo looked like it should have been mag fed.
Exactly.
Now, but hold up. I'm looking at this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a what's the name on top of this gun?
Yeah, there's a hopper feed.
There's a hopper feed on top of the gun.
It's a dual.
Right.
It's
the
like the
Milsigs do that.
TCR.
The TCR, the M17, they all do hopper fed, right?
Yeah. And it looks like the clip looks kind of small, but it looks like it'll take first strike rounds.
It looks like it'll take first.
It will not.
Nope.
It will not.
From what I've heard, it will not take first strike rounds.
Okay.
That's just what I've heard.
Not a big deal though. That's not a deal breaker.
Looks nice
But
though.
I'm looking at that, and I'm noticing right away that it looks like it's got the ASA connected to the handle, like the old, like
That's it.
the
Right.
A5 and the Phenom and every Tippett marker ever made. So that's kind of cool. That's different from anything else. Frees you up for like a nice, good stock. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry about. But what I did notice though is it looks like it's running Phenom internals just from the shape of the body.
Right. Exactly.
Which, if it is phenomenal. Phenom, phenomenal.
I'm looking at the safety switch. I don't see if it says,
It's safe and semi. It looks like there might be full auto later on.
If you look at the body, it looks like a continuous mold cast. It doesn't like how like the Phenom, the trigger has a part where it can come apart. This looks like one whole cast. So it either is going to take an E grip, or I don't see it changing out like the Phenom or the new A5.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've been trying to get my hands on one.
So when did they come out with this? Like, how new is this picture, or how old is this picture?
It's not that old.
No, it's
I
really
just
not.
saw it about 2 weeks ago. Was when I first came across it.
Right. They showed it on Behind the Bunker last night.
Oh, okay.
Bastards! They got to it before I did.
They got to it before we did.
Uh,
No, we
we've
did it
got-
with staff.
We've also got this one. For anyone watching live, check out these pictures. If you're listening, sorry, we're talking about a marker.
If you're listening, you should have been here Tuesday
You
night.
should have been here Tuesday and watching us live.
Right.
So there, we have.
They're
this
not
for
going
you.
they're not going to
Hey.
be strippers now.
Nightmare commented on here. He said 98 Chronos internals. It will not take first strike. It will be A5 barrel threaded and using Tippmann's own priority magazines at $199 at $200 price tag. So that's not bad for MagFed. $200.
No, that's balling on the budget right.
That is straight up entry level MagFed marker that the industry needs.
That is, and it looks amazing. Personally,
And the
I'd run
Kronos
that.
is not a bad weapon.
Whoa.
No, Chronos.
Sorry, keep
Yeah.
talking.
The Chronos will take a beating and keep on going,
Right.
just like
Yeah.
the 98.
Right. Just like the Salvo. The Salvo and the Alpha Black are 98s, believe it or not. They're all just exactly the same. Even the barrels change out just like a 98.
Oh,
That's
they are.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about Tippmann, because I'm terrible with guns, honestly. Like, I don't clean them. I go to the Tippmann dude, and that's like, what?
The
twice-
Tippmann dude.
Once maybe a year, twice a year, that, and honestly, I dog my gun. I make it look nice on the outside, but the inside, oh my God. I don't open it up. One thing I change is maybe a battery.
I mean, if you guys watch any of the reviews that I do on them, you'll see some of the stuff that I put them through. Like the Storm, I just chucked that thing in the air. It went at least 9 feet before it hit the ground.
So my question is, how come the Rap 4 rep had all that information about the Tippmann marker? Who announced that? Because I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't look very hard. I just went and found some pictures and then jumped on. I've been busy as hell with this new job. So-
Nightmare had all that information.
I know,
Yeah.
Nightmare. I
Why
have
does Nightmare have all
no
that?
clue.
Huh?
Honestly, I've been trying to get information left and right, and I can't hear anything.
Really?
So I have no clue how he got that.
That's a nice entry gun.
Unless maybe it was on Behind the Bunker last night.
Maybe.
He's just trying to sound smart. I say it's that. That's probably it.
That's probably it.
Yeah. I was too busy, Actually,
Not
what were we doing
watching
last
Behind
night?
the Bunker.
Yeah, I was too busy not watching. I don't know. They're great guys. I love them. I love watching them. I don't know what I was doing last night.
I love Behind the Bunker too. I'm not always able to get on because I'm busy too.
Right, exactly. We're all busy.
I was cooking
Nightmare
and working on my house.
Nightmare
so-
says Matthew in the comments posted a link.
Oh,
Budget MagFad.
Paintballruinedmylife.com.
$100. That's a budget for the MagFad.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's spectacular. $200 for
Yeah.
your first MagFed gun. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why Tipman is where it's at. They understand that where the money is the beginning paintball. You know what I mean? To get into the game. $200, if I knew nothing about it and I had to choose between Hopper and MagFed, and
You would have went MagFad.
I would have went MagFed. Really.
See?
I would pay the extra, $60
Right?
instead of getting a salvo, because that's when we went nil sim. I would have got the MagFed just for the extra feel. So that's what I have. Go ahead, Bang.
oh no, continue. I thought you were done. My bad.
Yeah, I have to commend Tipman on actually understanding the consumer and not trying to
Rape us.
rape us. You know what I mean? In this game, we love paintball and we want to have a certain feel. Don't hit us up with some old. All right, yeah, we got this new MagFed marker and it's $600 or it's $400. Like
$600. I can buy a real
I can real AR-15 or 14 here. Like honestly, like seriously, yeah.
It's true. It's true. Now, that's a conversation for another time.
Right.
Damn, I lost my train of thought. It really is like the old days.
Well, that's the reason why I tell everybody if they're getting into paintball, they should look at the TCR because it's versatile between MagFed and HopperFed. But the problem with the TCR is not everybody likes the compact look or the price
Right.
tag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And
Exactly.
sorry, I just like the fact that Bane was talking about it, and he's just like, it's awesome, but there is a problem. Like there's not enough people doing that. Keep doing that, Bane. Keep doing that.
Well, I
Yeah.
tell it how it is. I mean, if I want more people to get into paintball. If I
Right.
sorry, I was watching Hooligan's Jester there, and it was very smooth.
I didn't even see the flag. We can't see it on our screen, but go ahead.
But I gotta put that down. So I like to try to get people into it, but the problem is I don't want them to choose between Hopper and MagFed because they might like MagFed more, or if they buy a MagFed marker, they might not like it at all. Like I took somebody out not that long ago to a MagFed game, and he said, I liked it, but I think Hopper is more of my style because I don't like changing out the mags of the real steel feel.
Oh, well,
So
look. Go ahead.
yeah, so he didn't end up buying one. He actually used mine, which was he was better off doing so. Otherwise, he would have spent all that money on a MagFed marker that he'd never use again.
Well, look. This is a rule of thumb. Always go Hopper. If you're coming into paintball, always push Hopper first. Nothing against the MagFed. It's just that you have more ability to use your gun. You know what I mean? And you won't feel slighted. So, being a new player, MagFed to me is really intermediate to advanced player because you already have a feel of the paintball gun, so you know what it does. Now you're to the point where you have to actually count shots. You know what I mean? You have to have a reserve to you. And you're not going to be that way as a first paintballer, going into a milsim or any game, unless you're like military, and
We used
that's
to hate
understandable.
MagFed.
Yeah, we did.
When we first got into this, we was like, man, I would never go
I
against
changed that.
Hopper
By
for
the
the
way.
Mag. Yeah, but now we like, I don't care what you got in your hand.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But, it's when we played that unlimited ammo game, you know what I'm saying? It was such a different contrast, but it was so fun, you know what I mean? So it was a different contrast. But at the same time, when you first start off, any new player, just go Hopper. 9 times out of 10, they're going to show off their gun to their friends, and they're going to go to the paintball field, and everybody else is going to have Hoppers. So, theirs will be cool. Yeah, like when they're in the staging area, like, ooh, mine's look more realistic. But when they get out the field and after that 9, 10 shots or 12 shots and they have to reload and their friend is still peppering down on them, they're going to feel a little bit resentment. So it just always go off. Yeah. I mean, we see it all the time at the paintball field. You know what I mean? We see the dudes that have the hoppers and the dudes that have the mag.
This is good. Wow, this is different. Check this out, guys. This is how live this is. Brad speaking. Hi. Yeah, David, what's up?
That's a bill collector right there.
You owe $96.98 on before we set shit
We're
up.
going to be shutting off your telephone.
Oh, yeah. You turn his mic off?
Well then,
Sorry about the tab.
it's okay. We'll wait on you.
We'll get a button-up shirt with that 70s collars.
Don't forget the cufflinks.
You got to go with the bow tie.
You already got that covered.
Oh, he's getting a lot of angry faces right now.
Yeah, you know what? They can blow me.
Oh, wow. You hear
Wow.
that? Yeah.
Oh, there goes half the viewers.
Yep.
After you are
Yeah, whatever.
98, man.
Um,
After you, absolutely right, Matthew. From my understanding, if you have an old 98, you can get a MagFed adapter. I think it's about $80. I don't remember the name of the company, but I did look into that because I have an old 98 and I wanted to change it up without like spending a lot of money. Because my boy Rob, or no, not Rob, who would be Chuck be pushing the Milsig. So I don't have money for Milsig right now.
What's up, Jeff?
Okay.
Matthew
So-
said it's $50.
For the record,
Oh,
that was unfortunately a work phone that I have to answer.
Okay.
No choice.
that's cool.
Well, we're carrying it without you, brother. We're here.
Good, good. So that's why I got you there. That way I know I can walk away
Exactly.
and it'll just keep going and going and going. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. How much time we got left? We got like 10 minutes left?
Who's getting hollered at right now?
Oh, that was my wife.
Command Bros, limited paint or make fed, go.
Van Bros Limited Paint or MagFed.
Go.
Go.
Limited paint. But we will use MagFed.
Yeah, limited paint. I'll have to go limited paint. Only because, you know what? Like, compared to my Odin, he's, the Command Bro, the big dude, his MagFed is change out is so nice that I'm not even that well. I'm not comfortable enough to actually just be like,
change out in the middle of
yeah. Because I watched him change out in the middle of everybody. It was the funniest shit you will ever see. But it was terrible, yo. It was horrible. But yeah, it was terrible. But
I had my pocket set up wrong.
Amateur.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm cool with admitting that. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to the MagFed scene, I'm really slowly going into that. He's been into it more than I have, so I will definitely roll with limited paint. No problem for me to put a 50 gravity hopter on my gun and maybe one pod, and I'll still wreck shot. But if I had to choose between the two, I will go with limited paint. But to me, they're both exciting because that's the game you can have MagFed guys in it.
Nice.
Sherwood. Jeff Church said Sherwood.
October the 1st and 2nd. Pick a side.
We're Templars, just in case.
Yeah, anybody want to know what
The
Templars?
Command Bros are running as the Templars, which is,
Backwards.
pretty dope. Yeah, and
Backwards.
nice. Yeah, well,
Why is that backwards?
Yeah. Why is that backwards?
Why should we
Templars
be
were crusaders, boy.
Oh yeah, sort of kind. Call Moors. Anyway.
Anyways, okay, we got 10 minutes to go.
10 minutes.
So
Man,
you each got 2 minutes. Plug whatever you want. Go.
All right, I'm gonna plug, of course, Mission Masters. 100%. We love them. We have a game coming up October 1st, 2nd. Make sure you make it out to Indiana show with Forrest. Also, all our sponsor, Paintball, Punisher,
Kill House.
Paintball, Kill House, Pamela's. If you want to eat some pancakes, you're from Pittsburgh, you know Pamela's is the spot to be at.
Spot to be at.
What else? We have
Bud, Black Urban Gardens in Pittsburgh.
Black Urban Gardens.
You want to eat healthy, come to Pittsburgh.
Right, and if you guys ever are in town and you want to have a little rec ball, come to Stilltown Paintball. Commandos there mostly every Saturday. We're one of the refs, but make sure you have a great time. And most important of all, support your local paintball company, support your local paintball player, and enjoy yourself out here in the paintball world.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Awesome. I'd like to give a shout out to GI Sports, one of my sponsors. I'd also like to give a shout out to Air Ups. If you haven't checked them out, you need to. They do awesome work at affordable costs. Another shout out to Team Tags for changing the industry. Duct tape is the devil. And shout out to Armadillo. If you haven't checked any of their items out, they make amazing dreads. They're just awesome.
Yes, they do. And I must admit, man, your gear looks pretty tight. I like your outfit.
Man, we be talking about your gear, man. We be looking at, how we pull footage up a little bit. You be looking kind of hot there, bro. Man, he had his little Predator dread hanging. He was pointing the gun. I was like, okay, and I gotta give you mad props on your video footages you've been changing up. You have you in the background and stuff. We love that stuff, man. That's just nice. Nice.
Thank you.
Bike, but it was, Keep up with it. Keep up the good work, man.
I will. Unfortunately, my computer's down at the moment, so I have to get it back up before I can put any more videos or photos up.
Get on it.
What?
Just for that, Jeff, we'll definitely go with Tipler. Jeff the assassin.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, I just changed up. I was wearing Top Rank pants before. If you haven't checked them out, they have some pretty good pants. But I just switched it up to Empire. They sent me some, not the Zero Contacts, the one before. I don't know, just it flowed with my look a little bit better because they're all black and I have the Zero Contact jersey.
Right.
So
nice.
It flows a little better.
Yeah.
I appreciate people who be putting time into their character, you know what I'm saying, and making their themselves stand out a little bit more. So, I just give props for where I see props is due.
Absolutely.
So.
I'm gonna stick with my jeans because they make my ass look good. And,
butt out jeans or those butt out jeans.
You wear them butt out jeans on the field,
right?
Man, when I first started, I still have about 36 different types of camo.
Jesus Christ.
You sound like interview.
I switched out camo depending upon the field when I first got into it. Whatever the field was that was the type of camo that I wore, along with the vest and everything.
Yeah, energy.
That's funny. Robert, you got anything you want to plug?
Oh yeah, I want to throw a shout out to my buddy Sean Fisher, owner of Black Bag Resources. Whether it be
Black Bag Resources.
Black Bag,
baby. Yeah. He deals in paintball equipment as well as like hunting equipment and tactical equipment. He does workshops. He does training. If you want to learn hand-to-hand stuff, he does a lot of stuff, man. He's a good guy. And of course, Falcon Sports, they had our back for about 6 years now.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Of course, my own team, Project M80, man. We're always looking for people. Paintball, Fifth Rangers, Command Bros are part of that. Project M80, bag company out of Ohio. Pancakes out of New Jersey. We're always looking to build a battalion. We're building a family out there. We go out for every ion, usually the big three, but definitely every ion. Set up a big camp compound and just party all night.
A lot of alcohol.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, shout out to my team, Team Defiant. My bad.
You guys are terrible. Jesus.
I know. Spencer's doing a good job.
All right.
We help veterans get into track chairs so that they can go mobile and on the paintball field again. So huge shout out to my team.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So we're gonna end the night with I'm gonna talk about what I'm doing. Hopefully in 2 weeks. If we're working on something, but right now I'm hoping to head out to PRZ Paintball, one of the best paintball fields no, not the best. Wrong. Best is not the right word. One of the most interesting fields I've played on in my adventures. Amazing. Amazing.
That field is awesome.
Right. It is huge. It is massive. I'm just interested in the buildings. That's all I'm really actually interested in.
That's what I'm staring at right now.
2- and 3-story buildings is just phenomenal. And so this whole complex is actually used by the police and military for training. So they breach holes through all the walls and like the floors and places. So, you're going down a corridor and you think you're safe. It turns out there's actually a wall missing somewhere, and you don't find it till the last minute. So
now, is there a tunnel system connecting them?
I'm sure there is, but there's no access to it.
Oh, that's too bad.
So, because it's an old military hospital, right? So I'm sure they have all sorts of fun and wonderful things, but it's that perfect blend of just like there's the outside, which is just ridiculous because you're shooting into the buildings, people are shooting out of the buildings at you, and it's ridiculous. And I cannot wait to get there. I'm hopefully going to make there in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, it took a 12-hour drive from where I am, and I don't really feel like soloing that trip. So there's a couple. There's one guy in particular. I've forgotten his name already, and I am a terrible person. So give me 2 seconds here, because I'm going to give him a shout out. Probably going to butcher his name too. No, well, Cody McCullough. Cody, you know who you are. So Cody's trying to help me out and trying to get me like a drive halfway. Like I meet him halfway.
I'll help you now.
Yeah, he's probably going to just be like, whatever, I'm going to kick this guy to the curb now. But it's going to be pretty sweet. Hopefully I can get there in 2 weeks and I can meet up with everyone that was there last time and have a hell of a time. So
I got to make it to that field.
You do. You really do. You should come up because it's a Tier 1 scenario. So it's limited paint. Not just mag-fed. It's like mag-fed, pump, tube feed, whatever you got. It's awesome.
So it's not one that I want to bring the CS1 to. Got it.
No. Unless you want to run tube feed. So.
All right. If we want to give one more shout out to the Hated Eight. They know who they are. The Hated Eight.
The Hated Eight.
We'll explain that one day.
Yeah, okay. All right, fellas. Everyone, thank you for coming on and hanging out and bringing the show back because it's been too long. I'm not going 3 weeks again. I was just like getting itchy and like it was bad. So for everyone out there,
thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. You guys were great. So we'll bring you guys back on eventually. For everyone who's watching us live right now, whoever's listening, thank you so much. If you downloaded or streamed it, again, thank you because you're pretty much the reason I keep doing this, the reason I keep hosting these shows, and the Command Bros keep coming on to help me out because they're super cool dudes like that. And
you made me blush.
Until next week, everyone. Cheers.
Stay
One skull.